Everyone talks about how important your 20s are, and of course, I agree with that as well. Most people tell you have to save, or that you should be partying, and that there's all these different things that you have to do. But for me personally, I think one of the most important and transformative things you could do in your 20s is to travel as much as you can. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why I think traveling is the most important thing you could do in your 20s and what it will do for your life and for what comes after your 20s. Let's get right into it. So I want to start off this video by saying, of course, everyone's circumstances are going to be different. People are going to have different jobs, live in different countries, and for you, some of the things I may recommend for you to do may not be feasible, or they also may not be the best option for you, as they could affect your life negatively as well as they could positively, depending on what your life circumstances are. However, for me personally, I do believe that everyone can create their own destiny and do what they want. It's just going to take different effort or different actions as well to get to where you want to be, especially if traveling is something you want to do and the country you live in doesn't make that as easy as others. Many other people make videos about that type of stuff, so feel free to watch that if you're interested in that type of content. But in this video, I really want to explain to you why I think traveling in your 20s is so important and what it'll really do for you throughout the course of your life. So before I get into the reasons of why traveling is so important, I also want to break down what people normally say. So a lot of people are either between two camps. So the first camp is kind of telling you that you should always be partying. You may have just got out of college, or you may still be at the end of college, and you should be doing as much partying as you can. And that may be something that you enjoy. And if it is, all power to you, continue to do it, but also maybe work in some more travel as well, depending on what you feel after this video. But the other camp is that you should be saving as much money as you can, be preparing for your 30s, be working very hard, and this one I also align with as well. I understand where they're coming from. You should be working on yourself, working on the things for your future, such as maybe building a business, building something for yourself, or even going down a career path that you really enjoy. However, I still think that you should make travel a number one priority in your life because of all the things it will unlock for you. And that's where the first thing I want to go into that it unlocks for you is relationships. But relationships different than the people you know around you. You'll notice that a lot of the people you know around you in your life likely share somewhat similar views. When it comes to political stuff, maybe they're on the fence, maybe they're on the opposite side of you. That area can be specifically very hard to agree with people on. However, I'm talking about just what they think of life. A lot of the beliefs of maybe what you should do when you grow up, or what a normal life looks like. A lot of that will normally be pretty similar amongst the people from where you come from or where you grow up from originally. There may be some people who are a little bit out of the box, but it's less frequent, and that's why traveling could help you to meet new people and expand your views in ways that you couldn't have imagined before. And also, it'll just allow you to come up with your own way of thinking about the world. You won't be locked into just what's in your own small village, even if you come from a big city. Along with these relationships, you'll also likely feel more lucky, because with studies that they've done about luck, they find that people who feel they're lucky will end up being more lucky. But another thing that they find is people who put themselves in the situation of being lucky also get lucky as well. So if you're meeting a lot of new people, you never know who's going to be the next person who totally changes your life. Such as for me, I met my girlfriend while studying abroad, and I also met one of my best friends just while taking a plane to Mexico. We met on the plane. So as you travel, you're going to be opening yourself up to new opportunities that could never arrive if you stayed where you grew up. Even if it's a giant city like New York or London, going out and seeing different aspects of the world will just give you so many new opportunities that someone who stays in their hometown forever, even if you don't move, that's okay. But just seeing those areas and seeing what it's like meeting new people there will give you so many new opportunities that you never could have gotten before. The next reason I think you should travel in your 20s has to do with the idea of settling down and money and all those things combined. Many people tell you that you should save as much money as you can in your 20s, of course, because of compound interest and all these different things, or that you should just settle down, get ready, set yourself up for your 30s. And while I think that is a great idea, and I'm not recommending that you just save no money and you spend it all on traveling, I do think this is a time that you can spend some of your money to do this type of thing. Because when you're older, you're going to have higher income. You're going to be making more money, and it'll be easier to do the saving. And of course, you'll have a little bit less time with the compound interest. However, the amount of money that you could spend on a trip, at the end of the day, it might not even be worth how much it would compound because of all the memories and experiences you would gain from the trip that you couldn't get with the money. And when you're down the road, when you're in your 60s and you're retiring, you won't have the same energy. It won't be as easy to meet people while you're traveling in the way that it would be in your 20s. Yes, maybe in your 30s that could still be possible, but by then, often people are settling down more. You'll have more responsibilities, more bills, maybe have children, maybe be married. There's all these different things that as you get older and they encroach more and more on you, you'll actually find it harder to travel. So don't put it off. Don't listen to the people who say, oh, travel when you're retired, or just save up now. While this video isn't financial advice, I really want to get across to you how important it is to take the opportunities you have now to get experiences you'll never forget. I remember something my grandmother told me one time when I was sitting at her house was that she was so happy with her life, the fact that she had all these amazing experiences to recall about traveling to California or around the world, doing all these different experiences that she had when she was younger, that she'll cherish forever now. And that's something that if you reach that period in your life and you didn't do anything now, you just worked and you just saved, which are good things, but if you only did those, you'll have nothing to look back on. And it'll just be a much more sad existence. And that's why I really recommend just try it a little. Go somewhere out of your comfort zone. See the world. See what it has to offer. It doesn't have to be another country. It could just be somewhere that you're not used to, and you will just gain so much, and you'll keep that experience forever. And that is worth so much more than money can ever be worth. Because you don't bring memories and you don't bring money to the grave, but you might as well enjoy the memories while you can. Time is our most valuable resource. Money comes back. You could make more money when you're older, but you can never make more time. So take advantage of the time you have now to travel. Just experience it and see what the world has to offer for you, and take these amazing opportunities that you have while you're young so that you can cherish them for your entire life. In a similar fashion, I also believe that traveling in your 20s is cheaper. If you're in your 20s, if you're single, or if you're not, doesn't matter. You're more likely to be able to stay in, say, like a smaller Airbnb or a hostel even, a hotel with pods that you sleep in. Most people who are in their 40s, in their 50s, above that, they don't want to do that. There are some people who want to do that, and I applaud them for that. However, it's less likely that you have the type of energy that you want to do these things where you're just sleeping in these cheap hotels. But at this age, it's easy. You don't feel that bad doing it. And so take advantage of when it actually is as cheap and easy. And in our current day and age, when you're in your 20s, it's easier than ever to travel and to make money at the same time. And that's why I think starting now and getting a taste for what it's like, you can continue it throughout your whole life, but getting it early and seeing that there's more than just what you're used to will really transform the rest of your life all the way into your 40s and into your 60s, because you'll be able to see that there's more in the world that you have access to than you could have imagined before. I know this video was a bit of a ramble, but it's a very important topic for me, that you see the world and that you try these things out, especially the younger you are, the better. If you're older than in your 20s and you're still watching to this part of the video, thank you for watching. But really, either way, no matter what age you are, start as soon as you can. Take your first step, go book your trip right after this video, and you will not regret it. I think it's something that will change your life forever, and it's changed my life, and I really believe that anyone who starts traveling at any age, it'll really help you. However, the 20s is the best time to start. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely get subscribed for more travel content. I'll love to see you in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and enjoy your travels. Bye.